There are cars that are born as legends. The McLaren F1, which appeared in 1992, is one of these cars. With 386 km per hour, it was the fastest production car of its time, and it took an incredible 3.2 seconds from 0 to 100 km per hour. But not only that makes this car so unique, it was also the first production car with a carbon monocoque and a unique interior layout. It took a whole 21 years for its successor, the P1, to follow in its footsteps. The P1 was a technological masterpiece of its time, just as the F1 was at the time. At 350 km per hour, the P1 was not as fast as its predecessor, the F1, but thanks to its 3.8 V8 B-turbo engine, which was combined with an electric drive and had a system output of 903 horsepower, it accelerated significantly faster, namely an incredible 2.8 seconds from 0 to 100. The McLaren F1 and the McLaren P1 have a few things in common. They are exclusive and they are very rare. Both represent the technological pinnacle of their era. They are icons of their time, and both are wickedly expensive. If you want to call a McLaren F1 your own these days, you have to dig deep in your pockets. Nothing goes for less than 20 million francs. In comparison to this, the P1 is almost a bargain. At 1.5 to 2 million francs, it is significantly below of the price of the P1.
But what is when somebody don't want to spend that hypercar money, but want to still have a car that is nearly competitive to a hypercar? Then you choose this, the 720S. Oh yes! Wow! The 720S looks in many cases similar to the P1, and in some cases is more and better developed than the P1. Yes, I know, it has less power than the P1, but in the end speed it's only 8 kilometers per hour slower than the P1 that costs 2 million. I mean, that's nothing. And let's talk about the acceleration. So from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, it took just 0.1 second longer. I mean, that's this. 0.1 second. I mean, that's also nothing. And then there are some cases where this car is better developed than the P1. For example, the monocoque. So it is not a monocoque. By McLaren it calls monocage. Monocage means it's a monocoque including the greenhouse. And what is by the P1 the generation 1, it's by the 720S already the generation 2. What means it's lighter and stiffer compared to this of the P1. And then the great suspension system, the PCC, that works without any anti-roll bars. It is the second generation compared to this of the P1, who is the first generation. So it works in real time, and it's capable to read in real time the way I'm driving until I'm talking right now to you in the camera, including the situation on the tarmac. And it combines all that information, how I'm driving and how the situation on the tarmac is, and set the whole setting in case of milliseconds in combination with the active aerodynamic of this car. What means when I'm driving fast, like I do it right now, I brake hard, the air brake pops up, and the suspension immediately gets stiffer and harder, so I have more stability when I'm braking. And then again, when I go through the corner, it brings some little bit softness in this whole game, so I can took it agile. I mean, that's sick how these cars go. I have so trouble to talk to you because this car drives faster than I can think. Oh my God, it works so everything perfect all together. Look at this, how it took the corner. You go fast in a corner, you think, oh my God, I'm so fast. And then you take a little bit, you pull a little bit more on the steering wheel and you realize, yes, I have more reserves in this car than in any other one. I have reserves to go fast to the corner. This brakes, it's easy for them to take the whole big speed that you produced in 1 second out of the car. It is so sick how fast this car is. I mean, when you drive this car, you will have time to enjoy it and not to talk in the whole time like I do it right now, to try to explain you how it works. And then you really can enjoy it and more realize how perfect this car works. I mean, that's really the god of all cars. And that's exactly what I want to do right now. I want to shut up and enjoy the drive and the whole senses. This car plays with your senses, with your ears, your butt sensors. The steering wheel talks to you. It's so talky. This car want to talk to you all the time. It talks and talks and talks. And now I want to enjoy it and shut up and just drive. Just drive. It's unbelievable how comfortable this car is, how soft the suspension and all the settings, everything is working so soft. Also the noise, it still sounds sporty in the comfort mode like we drive it right now, so you still feel it present, this sporty spirit, but it's so nice to drive. And all the materials, I don't know why the people always talking so bad about the quality of a McLaren. I mean, I'm sitting here already for many hours and it is so comfy, so well made, everything, the materials, how it looks like, everything is exactly on his place where it should be. I love this carbon fiber steering wheel because there are no buttons for sound configuration or radio, whatever. You just have the steering wheel and the gear change levers, and that's all what you need. And also, I mean, I really could imagine to drive 1,000-2,000 kilometers to make a long road trip with this car. This is how comfy this car feels. It's unbelievable. It feels even to me more comfortable than my BMW M4 with the sports suspension. It is on a level like a Porsche 911 Carrera is. Really perfect to drive. Great overview. It is open, it comes many light, the whole interior is floated over light because you have all where at the top, behind you, big windows, and you have a great visibility in this car, really a top visibility. So also when you want to park it somewhere, it's not a big deal. It's wow, really. Such a great car also for daily using or road trips using. And then when you go, for example, then here, change the settings on sport mode, it immediately gets changed to a monster. I've never driven something that is so fast like this car, never, and so precisely. Such a great car, unbelievable how great this car is. Wow. How this car goes through the corners, it's sick. It's out of mind how this car cuts through the corners. Let me explain it to you. This bother here, this is the street. And that's a Lamborghini. Brutal and raw. This here, this is a Ferrari. Sharp and precisely. And this is the McLaren. Ultra sharp and filigree. You see? So precisely, without any problems, nowhere struggle. Doesn't matter if you're a little bit faster and you have a cold weather like we have it right now, you have such a great grip, and it's a mechanical grip that you have on the rear axle. Perfect. Wow. I mean, I'm searching for the words. You see, I'm searching for the right words. This is how great this car feels. You don't want to stop driving. You just want to drive on and on and on. Make a long. I really have right now the wish to make a long road trip, over 2,000 kilometers for 1 week or more, and enjoy this car. This is how much fun this car makes to me. It's such a great car. I love it. Was ist das? Hässig das Ding ist, wenn er runterschaltet ist. How this car plays with all your sense, you know, you feel it at your butt, so your butt talks to you, and you know exactly what happens on the tarmac. Then the connection on the steering wheel. It also talks all time to you. You know exactly what feels. So in combination with your butt sensors, you know exactly what happens on the street. Then the visibility. I love this interiors. You love to take a look at it. Then when you open the back window, you also have this nice exhaust smelling. It's not too penetrant, but sometimes you smell a little bit of this exhaust smelling, and I love it. I mean, we all have petrol in our blood, and that's what you wanna smell, this petrol smelling. And also the view, it also plays with your sense, with your visual sense in the interior. At the outside, you want to park it somewhere, buy a coffee nearby, drink your coffee and enjoy the view of this car. This is how great this car looks like. I mean, it's lovely. And I don't want to talk about how it performs. It performs so outrageous. It's sick how it performs. I mean, it took me 1 hour to accept how this car drives. It feels so unbelievable the first few kilometers because it's so on point. It's so on point when you drive it comfy. It's so on point when you drive it, even more when you drive it sporty. There's great gear levers here on the steering wheel of this nice looking carbon fiber steering wheel without any buttons for volume or track changing from the radio. It's I love it. It's so perfect, this car. So finally the weather is more clearing up and the sun is coming out, and now we can finally open the rooftop of this Spider. And I mean, that's why you buy a Spider, to drive more open and have more of this great noise and all that smelling and all that stuff around you. Normally when you took a car, for example, like an M4, you took the convertible, it's always around 150 to 200 kilo heavier than the coupe. Here, by the 720S, the Spider is only ridiculous 40 kilograms heavier. This monocage 2 chassis is already so stiff that it doesn't really need like a normal convertible extra help for stiffness. It's already in itself so stiff, and that's the reason why this Spider is only 40 kilograms heavier than the coupe, and that's great. And you can still drive this car open with this great lightweight chassis and have the fun and the drivability from a coupe just with open rooftop. What you also have by the Spider as a special option, you can put the rear window down, doesn't matter if you have the rooftop on or off, and let the sound from the exhaust more comes inside of the cabin, more comes inside to you, more noisier, you feel it more, and that makes fun. And that's something really that you realize by the English sports car. Doesn't matter if it's McLaren or Lotus, these engineers know how to bring the fun to the driver. my life. Oh my God, that's not normal. That's more than sick. This is, I cannot pack it in some words. I mean, that's sick. This is so fast. That thing drives faster than your brain can handle it, can realize, can think about it. Wow. I mean, you really need exercises with that car. You need, when you buy this car, you need to go slowly every day a little bit more and more to your limit, because the limit from this car is so far away from your limit. You know, when this is your limit, the limit of this car is here.